Okay, Super Cali, it's time to go to sleep. You know, we've got a big review coming up, so we need to tuck you in and make sure that you're ready for this important review. So sweet dreams, okay? Super Cali, you have a good sleep. Hey everybody, welcome back to another I'm Early on Time. My name is Chris. I unbox and review budget watches, and you saw at the beginning, Super Cali, the poor thing, had a nightmare, and the monster came after her in the sea. That monster is Mark from Long Island Watches' version of the Seiko monster. It's an homage to that watch. When I saw this on his site, I absolutely had to get it. It is a beautiful, beautiful watch, and I'm so excited to be showing it to you today. And so we're going to take an up-close personal look at it first, and then we'll get into the full review. So here it is, the Long Island watch. It's ISL number 59, has a beautiful, striking red dial. Let's get up close and personal with it now, and thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the review. Well, I hope you enjoyed the montage that I do. I want to begin just by thanking my friend Adrian at Somewhere in Time. Not only does he provide the music for those montages, but last week on Adrian's channel, I'll leave a link in the description, go over to his channel and check out his latest giveaway video. He is doing a great giveaway, and in that giveaway video he mentioned my channel. And as a result of him mentioning my channel and encouraging his followers to come to my channel and check it out, in a 24-hour window, I gained 20 subscribers. So I'm sure a good chunk of those were a result of Adrian's referral. So thank you so much, Adrian. Really, truly do appreciate that. If you were paying attention, you would have noticed in the introduction that I was wearing my Seiko 5 SRPD 59. I brought this for a reason, and we'll get to that in a minute. And I also brought my very first Islander watch, the ISL 19, which is Mark's homage of a Seiko SKX 007. I brought this as well for an important reason as a part of the review. And of course, the star of our show today is this. This is absolutely gorgeous. I am head over heels in love with this watch. In fact, it has risen to my favorite watch in the collection, surpassing my Seiko SRPD 9 right here. I absolutely love it. Let's take care of the dimensions. To start with, we have a case diameter of 42 millimeters. Super Callie, who was terrified of her right now, terrified of the watch, I should say, measured at 14.5 millimeters thick. Now the website does say 13, but my calipers measured 14.5 thick. The lug tip to lug tip is 47.3 millimeters, or basically 47. And the bracelet at the lugs is 20 millimeters, so you can swap this out very easily if you want, but I absolutely love the bracelet that is on this. And I do want to read a bit of information from Mark's website. I'll leave a link in the description for longislandwatch.com and where you can get this particular model. It's only $279, which I think is an incredible price. I paid a little bit more than that, being that I am a Canadian and I get a little bit hosed with the currency exchange and duty taxes crossing the border, but nonetheless a great price for this watch. Mark's website says this ISL 59 that we're looking at has a familiar look of an iconic dive watch, which would be the Seiko Monster, which has been discontinued. This Islander version mimics the original, but it has an all solid link bracelet, and so that is where some improvements have been made. And it has screw pins, as you can see there, to size the bracelet. Mark does provide a screwdriver in the box so that you can easily adjust this bracelet, and it is super easy to adjust. It has also a milled deployant clasp with a dual push button release, and the Islander version also comes with a double domed sapphire crystal covering the dial, so not a mineral crystal or the hardlex of Seiko, but an actual sapphire crystal with some AR coating on the inside of the dial. And so absolutely amazing. You can see there that we have 200 meters of water resistance. It is an automatic movement. It has the NH36 movement in it, which has the day date, so you can see that at the 3 o'clock. I already have the crown unscrewed and pulled to the hacking position, and you can see that the crown is nicely branded with the Long Island Watch logo. You have a solid case back, which you saw in the montage, with the Islander brand and the Long Island etched onto that nicely. And this is a pretty standard if you know the NH36 movement. I'm just going to start the watch now, and so you can see that it is sweeping away there, the seconds hand. It is pulled out to the first unthreaded position, so if you turn it clockwise, that will wind the movement for you. One pull of the the crown will take it to the second position. Oh, I got it pulled to the third. One click to the second position will adjust the day and the date, and so clockwise will adjust the day. So we'll go back to Sunday here, and then counterclockwise will adjust the date, and it is the 12th today. So an absolutely beautiful watch, and I'll just screw this back in. You do have also a 120 click rotating bezel, and that's actually what I brought the other watches in for. This is one of the minor grievances that I have with this watch, and I'm going to first of all turn the Seiko bezel for you, and I'll be quiet so you can listen. It is actually tight, and you can really hear and feel the distinct clicks of it. So let me just rotate it for you. And so the bezel on this is quite tight. Again, you can feel and hear the clicks very distinctly when you turn that. The first model that I got from Mark, the bezel I would describe as somewhat loose. It's not near as tight, and in fact at times you can feel it kind of skipping through some of the clicks. The monster version that I got here, it is even looser, if you will, than that one. I have found with it that you have to apply a little bit of downward pressure, but just listen for this one. Hopefully you can kind of tell it's just not as tight. The clicks are not as distinctive. There's zero back play on it, so really it is absolutely awesome in that regard. The only thing I could say is I just wish that it was a little bit tighter. The clicks aren't as distinctive as, you know, my Seiko watch. The really thing that really drew me to this watch was the dial. It has a beautiful dial. You can see the Islander logo under the 12. The rehaut has all of the seconds and minute markers printed, and there's some cutouts in that rehaut for the applied indexes, the big batons there. Really has some great lume on the watch. You've got the 50, 55, 5 and 10, and then the 20, 25, 30 and 40 above those batons. It gives a dial some nice symmetry there. Automatic 200 meters printed at the bottom. The day date framed with that white frame. This dial is just absolutely fantastic, and it looks amazing on the wrist. The bracelet itself, one of my other minor grievances is, you know, this milled clasp, and I don't know why everyone gets so excited about, you know, milled clasps, but this one is not nearly as comfortable to wear as the Seiko watch that I have that has just a pressed clasp. And for example, let me show you, you know, a picture of my wrist here, and you can see where I just had some skin irritation in 3 different spots there on my wrist as a result of wearing, you know, the Islander watch, and I wear it very, very snugly to my wrist. I don't have any irritation whatsoever with the Seiko press clasp, but in both versions of the Islanders that I have that have essentially the same milled clasp on it, I found a little bit of minor irritation on my wrist. So that's a minor grievance. One of the other minor grievances that I have is just the bracelet itself. It's a little bit squeaky. I don't know if I'll try and get it to squeak for you here. I don't know if you heard that, but there you go. You can hear that? Yeah, so it's a little bit squeaky, and so if you had this particular watch, and I can't say that all of the ISL versions will have that little bit of a squeak. I imagine that it just might need some silicone oil on the end link there. to stop that bit of a squeaking noise. But when I had it a little bit loose on my wrist, when I turned my wrist, I could hear that squeaking sound. And so those are just very minor grievances. I wear my watch snug so it doesn't have that little bit of a squeak. But guys, I mean, honestly, this is just an absolutely stunning watch. And the other reason I brought the Seiko watch was I wanted to do a lume comparison between the two watches. This has fantastic lume, and I thought, let's compare it to the lume on my Seiko SRPD. Yeah, check this out. You can see the Seiko is on the left and the Islander is on the right, and it looks at the start that the Islander has, you know, a little more lume or just as much, but as we scroll through, you can see the Islander has great lume, but it is actually losing a little bit to the Seiko SRPD. So as we go past the 15-minute mark now, you can see there is a substantial difference. And as we get to the 20-minute mark, you can see that the Seiko is definitely got better lume, but the lume on this is absolutely fantastic as well. And so I absolutely love this watch. It's all brushed, finished, with the exception of just a little tiny sliver between these links of the bracelet. It has some polish there, but it really is just a fantastic looking piece. And I love the fact that there are drilled holes, drilled lug holes, makes it easy to switch out the bracelet. I have no idea why all watches aren't made either with the drilled lugs or the quick release spring bars. Makes absolutely perfect sense for a watch to have those, especially nowadays. Just makes things easier. So this is absolutely fantastic. Let me show it to you on my wrist, and then we will, you know, conclude. Isn't it wonderful? Oh, absolutely wonderful. You know, a few minor grievances, but they are minor. I just love the legibility of this thing too. I mean, the dial just pops in every single way. It just is absolutely wonderful. So a huge shout out to Mark at Long Island Watch for doing a bang up job of this one. So that's it, guys, the ISL 59. Hope you enjoyed the review. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I think you can see that you get an incredible timepiece for $279. It is an absolute stunning watch. Minor grievances aside that I had, this is absolutely amazing. It is the favorite watch in my collection now, and there are other Islanders that I have my eye on. You really need to go check out longislandwatch.com. Mark sells not only his own version of watches, Islander series of watches, but he sells all kinds of other brands, and you can get good deals on the website there. And Mark is a first-class guy, first-class company to deal with. Absolutely wouldn't hesitate to buy any watch from him. And he actually has a limited edition Spinnaker on his website right now, where he has partnered with Spinnaker. He designed a Spinnaker watch. It has the Long Island logo on it as well as the Spinnaker logo. So I'm just really happy to promote Mark and his website, because he really does have an amazing product. This thing is just absolutely, oh, I love it. And I think that it would be well worth your time to go check it out. And again, I'll leave a link in the description where you can buy this one. Highly recommended. Absolutely. It is a fantastic watch. So thanks for tuning in. As you can see, I'm up to just over 430 subscribers. Thank you so much to all of you who have subscribed. To those that haven't, please consider doing so. At 500 subscribers, I have an awesome giveaway lined up, which I will be announcing when I get to the 450 subscriber mark. I will let you know what I'll be giving away. It's going to be great. So remember, whenever you leave your house, you need to have a great looking piece to wear on your wrist, like this stunning red dial Seiko Monster Homage ISL 59 from longislandwatch.com. And remember, wherever you're going, you need to get there on time. God bless you all. Thank you so much for checking the video out. You can check this video out now. Please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.